you are really doing a great job that because these kind of podcast and sessions are really very important.
Amit Kapoor. Many are talented in India, but only a handful have had an international breakthrough like Amit. His journey is a proof that mastery isn't born, it's drawn. One fearless line at a time. Founder of India's Watercolor Society, Vice President of International Watercolor Society, brand ambassador, curator, teacher, and a relentless traveler. What exercises should beginners do to improve their drawing skills?
Make a small kind of thumbnails like whatever they are looking, they have to sit and they have to follow the light and shadow also at the same time where you can see that.
Like a value sketch.
Yes.
Where you're always easily motivated to do things.
I remember I had one of my classmates. He was very good in drawing. In fact, he was very, very good, better than me. So I used to look his drawings every time and try to, compete with him.
Every day there's like new software or new version of AI coming in where you can put in the words or type in some words and then it can create.
Original is original. Whatever you are thinking, AI can't do that. AI can make a similar kind of pattern of your style, but it cannot make original kind of painting, which is always be a digital painting, not original hand painted kind of thing.
How do you start thinking about for a beginner to price your painting?
They have to be very careful about putting price like 200, start with 100, then maybe after 1 year when you see that okay, your output is looking much better what you painted 1 year back, then you can put 200 or 300. It's like step by step.
I just wanted to say it's like, you are representing India better than anybody else out there. I think that is just an understatement. You're representing watercolor, but I don't think there's anybody in India who have done more to watercolor than what you're doing right now. That is my opinion at the moment.
Thank you. I'm trying my level best to uplift this beautiful medium watercolor, which was declining. So that's why we started in 2012. We started something in India, and then it become a very big thing now. And everyone is doing watercolors now. They are now more into watercolors rather than oils. Those who were doing oil also, they are switch over to watercolors and they have started doing watercolors.
So let me just introduce myself, right? So I'm again Sunil. I like you, but I grew up in Bangalore. So all my life has been in Bangalore. I didn't pursue art, but I'm a mechanical engineer. I was in Canada for a few years. I did my master's in US, and I've been in UK for about 16, 17 years right now. So I've been painting from 2012. 2012, I took a week's class with Alvaro Castagne in Spain, and then that's how I got into watercolor and other things. And especially what I'm interested is like your initial upbringing from India, because I think there's a lot of artists struggle everywhere, but I think the struggle coming from India is slightly a different dimension than most of the people over here, right? Because there is no such thing as a part-time job. Or here, if you're studying, people are generally used to working a second job to pay their rent and bill, and then they pursue art. Not like that in India and other things. I would like to understand what you did, how you got there, and then maybe then we can start thinking about, talk about a little more about process, and then maybe going down some advice for other beginners, youngsters, or people who are just there. That is the structure. Again, there is no right or wrong format. You're founder of Watercolor Society, Vice President, International Watercolor Society, President of International Watercolor Society India, Brand Ambassador, Mijello, Escoda brush set. You got a school which you are a principal. You are an editor in International Watercolor Society, curator and organizer for multiple things. While you're doing painting, preparing yourself for exhibitions and teaching all over the world. How do you do it? So it's like, I'm just trying to understand is like, how does your day look like? How do you manage this workflow?
First of all, I want to thanks to you that you are really doing a great job that because these kind of podcast and sessions are really very important. Why? Because this gives more energy, more you know, uh, in other words, I can say that these kind of sessions are very, very helpful for all the youngsters or those who want to come in this field, because when they will listen the journey of these kind of artists like me or others, they will get more encouragement to paint in this medium. Especially I'm talking about this medium, watercolor, because there are other mediums also like oil, acrylic, and we all are looking that in the galleries you will see more of oils and conceptual art and all that stuff. But very rarely you will find watercolor artists. But now these days more artists are, they are doing more watercolors now, and these kind of sessions will give them more energy, and they will do more and more, and this will uplift the this medium. So I want to just tell you that yes, I am traveling a lot because this is the right time, and I don't know whether in future, maybe after 5 years or 10 years, I will get that much time, or my health, or you don't know about the future. But right now the organizers are calling me, and I'm not saying no to them. So I'm saying yes to almost all the organizers, because this is the right time for me, and I really enjoy traveling and looking the new places and paint the new places. So I'm doing that, so I'm enjoying that right. So whenever I'm coming back in India, so in this is my studio, this is my college place, and I try to teach my students. And also after the lunchtime in India, its lunchtime is 1 to 2. So near about after 3 or 3:30 I start always try to paint at least one or two paintings, so that I can be in touch with this beautiful medium, because this medium is really very challenging. Why I'm saying, because there is no come back in this painting, in this medium. One bad stroke spoils everything. Whenever you take a long break and then again you start doing painting, you have to start with the scratch. So it's very tough, so you have to paint every day. So I always say that one painting a day keeps you a doctor
Absolutely.
away.
No, no, I completely agree about the toughness. But maybe could you just start about how you got into watercolor? How was your upbringing? I know you're from Delhi, but could you just give a picture of how your childhood was, how you got into art, and then how did you get into watercolor?
Say my early days when I was in school, it was really not easy time for me, because we were not financially very strong, and that time my school teacher, who is my mentor guru, he's no more now, but he's everything for me. He's God for me, because he gave me that kind of path. Now that's why I joined art college after my schooling. He told me that okay, there is a college where you can learn painting, and as well as you can do a job in designing, like in advertising or in newspaper or magazine, whatever related to designing. So he told me everything, and I was really lucky to get admission in College of Art, New Delhi. And so I joined that, and when I went there I saw beautiful, because in my school time I was doing watercolors plus poster colors. I was not aware that okay, you have to throw the water and spread the color and it will come like that, magical kind of thing. We were doing more poster kind of thing, more composition in school. If you remember in school days, in 11th and 12th, because I took fine arts, so we used to paint more of poster color in compositions, for compositions and still life, making still life and all that. When I went to the college, then I really saw those artists. They my seniors, my colleagues, they were doing very beautiful paintings through watercolors, because in the first year is our foundation year basically. So everybody was doing more of watercolor rather than oils and other mediums, because first year is more of a basic kind of thing. So in India there is a myth that okay, watercolor means not a painting, you are not doing a painting, just this is just for the kids. So So I was doing painting. I was doing more watercolors when I saw my classmate. He was such a good painter, and he was fantastic in drawing. So I when I saw his painting, that made me crazy, and I started doing that, throwing water and spreading the colors, making the clouds and all that stuff. Step one kind of thing. So then I learned a lot with that. Then we went out to the plein-air trips, and I learned a lot with that. Then actually I started doing more watercolors from that stage. I'm talking about 1994. So properly I started in
So
1994.
there are so many ways I could go here. First of all, is like when you said that you got into watercolor, what I was very interested to hear from you is like like in India when you're studying, there is no concept of part-time job. You don't go study other than that. But when I was listening to your podcast, what struck me is like while you are studying, you made a clear distinction that you went worked uh, while paying parts or doing other things. I feel that is a very, very important thing. There is a book called Malcolm Gladwell, where he talks about to master the art, you need to spend at least 10,000 hours, right? So to become a master, you need 10,000 hours. And people, when you look at it, you are quite young compared to a lot of master of watercolor artists, because I feel it's like that's because you spent a lot more time during your college. You use your time a lot more efficiently than most of the people, right? Most of the people will finish the college, then maybe after a few years, then they'll get serious and then do it. By the time they're already in their 40s, in the 50s, and then they start doing. But
Yeah.
so, but your story, what I want is like for you to go through that journey of how, while you're doing your college, you did other things related to art and then improve your skills.
See, for me, I want to tell you the truth that and the real thing. People are now these days. What I'm looking is people are looking shortcuts, and they are not doing drawing, which is the most important part of the painting. uh, they are believing in colors, they are believing in mediums like watercolor, gouache. They are talking about mediums, they are not talking about drawing. When I was in college, I used to draw a lot of sketches, going outside and making human sketches, 1 minute 30-second sketches. And I did a lot. But when I after my college, I joined the ad agency, and I was not happy with that because that was not my thing. I got really I'm very lucky to get a chance to join animation studio, which was in Delhi. It was first animation studio started, and um, I joined that, and there I learned a lot. My journey starts from there actually. If we talk
Yeah.
about the drawing part, uh, my art director was his name is Puneet Makhija. He did a lot of TV advertisements in animation. So he told us that drawing is the most important part, and you have to draw a lot. So I used to draw more than 1,000, 2,000 drawings in a day. On I'm talking about
Yeah.
after my college days, right? I learned a lot. I learned about the theater, about the light, camera, camera angles, different angles, top views, and all. If you see my paintings, why I'm painting more top views, and sometimes you will find different angles. I always try to use perspective. I learned a lot over there. And also about the figures, I learned that there is a line of action in the figures. If you really want to make it good, then you have to create that line of action, right? Not
Yeah. This is
stiff
a
kind of figure.
classic
And
Disney
I'm looking
cell
at,
animation line of figure.
yes, cell animation. So I was doing more classical cell animation, and I did for many years. And that's why, because I was also making a backgrounds for the films. So I learned a lot with that. And that's why I really love drawings, and I always talk about, if your drawing is not good, then color will never support your painting. So try to draw first, try to take more time for drawing, and draw every day. It's not about the colors, colors are secondary for me. So medium is nothing. Medium is like whatever medium you are working. The basics is your drawing. If your drawing is not good, then you will never get a good output. So I believe that, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing more drawings, and seriously, um, wherever I'm traveling, I'm trying to make the
Yeah.
sketches and all that stuff, and more of doing colors and all that. Colors are secondary. Just put little colors, it will come very nice. But in your painting, your skills should appear. I mean, it should look like, okay, yeah, this person is very good in drawing, and you have to do like that. Then only you can make a good
No, but
paintings.
your paintings, as I say, as you mentioned, absolutely correct. Your perspectives are spot on. You can pick any painting, your old paintings, the train paintings, and then also most of the paintings. Because to do a train painting like an engine or a steam engine, other things, you need to have a mastery of perspective. There is, because people will easily find a mistake. They might not know why the painting is not working. Usually it's because the drawing is not working, right? It's the drawing is not working. People might not know how to explain it, but they will know that the drawing is not working, and then no matter how fancy your technique is, it's not going to come in. And then your paintings, especially the skyscape or the from the bird's eye view, I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of details you do, and then also making sure that there is an area of focus, and also there is subtle blur or in the background of the things. Now it makes so much sense. You coming from cell animation, where you're thinking about composition, perspective, and also the line of action, and all the shapes are coming together to try to tell you a story. How can one start thinking about these kind of things when they start picking? Because these are the kind of things they don't teach in schools and other things.
No, no, no. I don't think in any Indian art colleges you will find these kind of things. Not even
Yeah,
for the illustrators are making illustrations, but they are not aware of
yeah,
line of action and all these things. I must say that they should read more of old
yeah,
classical animators theories. If we talk about the Shamus Callan, Fred Moore,
yeah,
Ole Johnson, Bill Titler, because I was reading a lot, I was looking their drawings, and it was with a single line, it was looking like
yeah,
more three-dimensional kind of
yeah,
images. It was fantastic. So if you read about their life, and they were doing a lot of drawings in a day, and not only imaginative, they were doing more live drawings of animals, of different animals, because they were in Disney, and they have that kind of setup where every day they used to draw a lot with animals, and human with different poses and all that stuff. So if today the youngsters, those who want to come in our field, they have to do more drawings, they have to read these genuine good artists, because um if you see the social media people, those who are really good in art, and those who are very senior artists, they are not in that much active
yeah,
in social media. So they are not putting every day their works to showcase their work in front of all the youngsters. They are very much busy in their life, and they
yeah,
have achieved everything. So they don't need all these things. But if you read about all the old masters like John Singer Sargent, if you see his paintings and all the old masters, so you will find that they did a lot of hard work. They painted a lot,
yeah,
thousands of paintings. Then you said in the beginning also that 10,000 paintings. I also say that, because in the Shamus Callan is a classical animator. He wrote in his book that we all have
yeah,
10,000 bad drawings. So first we have to do that. then only you can see good things, so it's always about the drawing and drawing, and colors are secondary. And I should tell you that, right now all the youngsters, they are just looking, all those people who are not that much good in, because they are hyperactive in social media, but they are just putting their works, but they don't know how to draw, in fact, and the youngsters are following them rather than
That's
following the
correct.
great masters. So this is what I say, that if you can't hear good, you
That's
can't sing good. So this is the same pattern, if you can't see good things, then you can't paint good. So we have to see good things first, then only we know that, okay,
yeah,
this is our benchmark. Now I have to touch this man, this artist painting, and
yeah.
then you
Also,
start,
I think when you're saying that, I think it's very important to making sure that they are following the right people, right? Because you don't want
yeah,
to follow somebody just because they got more followers or more comments on the Instagram. You need to follow the fundamentals. In engineering, what we call as first principles. First principles is like, like gravity. You can't go below that. You need to get your basics right before you build anything fancy.
exactly.
So, yeah, yeah.
Fantastic, you
So
are right.
everything in engineering comes down to first principles. So maths and physics, you need to understand the very core motion laws or whatever, thermodynamics and other things, and then you can start adding fancy things on the top. If you don't understand that, yeah. But it is so different from teaching here and in India. What I wanted to highlight is why I feel your achievement is slightly better or tougher is because the environment in India, right? So because I grew up in Bangalore, I know how picking a art major would seen as a something which you shouldn't be doing, right? I got into engineering because that was the easy way to get into jobs, and everybody else around it, they wouldn't have accepted if I joined done anything else. बेटा इंजीनियरिंग करो वरना काम नहीं मिलेगा. That is their attitude. That is attitude.
Yes, yes,
It's still
it's
there.
still there. It's still there. It's still there. But little better, because people now these days, parents are looking that, okay, uh, um, these kind
Yeah,
of people are also growing
yeah,
and earning very good. So now they are just trying to send their kids in our colleges, in art colleges, but
yeah, yeah,
not that much
absolutely.
in flow.
No, but it's a lot has
They
changed.
start.
But back then, it's like that was a big challenge because not only do you need to motivate yourself, do you need to paint better, you also have to fight with the society trying to do that one. Because I meet a lot of artists over here because I'm in UK for so many years. I meet a lot of artists. Their struggles are different. Their struggles are the cost of living is very high, trying to pay rent and other things. They don't have a society pressure. They don't have unsupporting parents. The parents are usually very supportive. And also the thing which you need to understand in here is it doesn't matter what the course is. If you want to join a college, the government will give you a loan, 100%, right? People will take that to pay for the school, and then remaining they have to work to pay for their rent, food, and other things. So that is the a part of the work culture over here is the moment you go to the college, that means you need to take a part-time job and then focus on other things. And it's easy to make money here. You might not make a lot of money, but you can survive here a lot easier than in India. That's my understanding. Because I'll give you an example. I used to do a market stall in every Saturday for 5 years before my kids happened. I used to sell Cambridge because I'm in Cambridge. I can sell Cambridge paintings and other things, right? On an average, I used to make about 250 pounds, 250 pounds every Saturday. That's about 25,000 rupees. This is about 7, 8 years ago. It will cover all your expenses, all your cost. A lot of students and other things, they do that in the market stall. They come over there, they'll sell some pieces, and then they make money, and then they get used to selling things. But what you said is very correct. The skill is in the drawing. If the drawing is not good, uh, it's doesn't matter how much you put a paint on it, it's not going to work. Uh, I mean, I just want to talk about. You mentioned about drawing. Is there a how do you develop your drawing skills right now? For you said that to first thing you said is to make sure that you follow people who are doing it really well. But is there a set exercise or something where people practice in their daily uh, workshop or a daily practice, how do you get good at drawing right now? What kind of subjects do you pick? Other than following the right people, what exercises should beginners do to improve their drawing skills?
See, they have to, first of all, there are many things like figure drawings, perspectives, right? So what they have to do is they have to go out, because just looking with the pictures or with the images and then trying to copy that is not enough.
Yep.
If they really want to learn, they have to go out. And because it's a big challenge when you go out, when you, if you see so many things in the that composition, you have to be very choosy kind of thing. I mean, you have to select few things from that. So when they go out, they learn a lot with that. They have to do more perspective drawings like architectural drawings. And they don't need to do shadings and all,
Yep.
renderings. They don't need to do that. I'm just talking about the line drawings. So make a small kind of thumbnails, like whatever they are looking, they have to sit and they have to follow the light and shadow also at the same
Yep.
time, where they can see that,
Like a value
okay, this.
sketch.
Yes. So they can do that. They can go out and do more, live figures, very fast, more spontaneous figures, so that they can learn the, right proportions of the figures, the action, and all those kind of things. They can learn more by doing live drawings. So I want to tell all the newcomers who want to come in this field that they have to go out and do more live drawings, live sketches, rather than by looking the images from the Google or somewhere. Don't do that. Try to go out and draw there. You will learn fast and you will learn better.
Every day.
Every day, every
So
day.
the tools,
It's
what you
just like
use,
exercise.
pencil, paper, doesn't matter.
Oh, see, we have a habit of doing brush every day.
Yeah.
We eat every day, right? We take a bath every day. So this is also for us. If you really want to become a good artist,
Yep.
then it's a part of your life now. You have to go out. You have to draw every day, not one or two, many many sketches.
Yep. Absolutely. So one thing I wanted to see if you can answer this one. Talking to you, listening to your podcast and other things, you have a very high work ethic. How do you keep motivated? How do you make, because when I look at a lot of people, including me, we are constantly tempted by doing this, doing that, instead of just focusing on, like you're talking about, the drawing needs to be good, and then it takes time to get better. So you have a high work ethic. How did it come? Was it come? Did it come from your parents, or how did that start? Or were you always easily motivated to do things?
No, not it came from my parents, because my mother and father, they are not artists. I don't know this. This is a natural kind of thing, because since from my childhood only, I was doing more drawings and paintings.
Hmm.
I remember I had one of my classmates. He was very good in drawing. In fact, he was very, very good, better than me. So I used to look his drawings every time and try to, compete with him. So I learned a lot,
Healthy
and I
competition,
still.
yeah.
Yes, healthy competition.
Yeah.
It's not that. So I it started from there, and I used to go to competitions. Like, if you remember, we have a Durga Puja
Yes.
in our country, right? These kind of festivals, they always try to make different kind of competitions, like art competitions and music competitions and all that. So I always try to go there and try to do these kind of things. Not only these Durga Puja competition I'm talking about, because I was good in that. So my teacher used to tell me that okay, we are sending you this competition to this place for the competition. So time to time I was going, and I was learning a lot with the help of looking to the people of other artists, their art. And in the competition, it was like, it's not easy to go there and doing, whatever you are doing. It's not that, you have to see. And when you go there, you learn a lot with that, because there are many many good artists coming there and doing these kind of paintings. So I learned a lot from that. And um, and in the college, I told you that in my college days, I had a very good friend of mine. His name is Manish, and I learned a lot with his drawings. He was fantastic in drawing, and I learned a lot. And he was also very good in painting. So that actually I learned with that man and with the atmosphere also, because our time was better time. If I see today's era, and because I'm also traveling a lot of art colleges now, I can't see those kind of artists or youngsters. They have that kind of fire inside of doing more drawings, and they are not that much passionate. But in our time, we used to go out a lot, and we used to paint a lot. So I learned with my colleagues, and with the time, and with their experience also. But you have to do yourself also.
Yeah.
It's not only theoretical thing, it's a practical thing. So you have to paint, you have to draw, then only you can become like this.
Yeah, absolutely. No, no, I can't agree more, especially plein air, because while you're talking about it, like plein air is again also about removing fear some of the objects, because there's a lot of details in the subjects, trying to figure out what goes into the painting, what doesn't go in painting. And then also seeing something in the computer like Google and other things, it's very flat. Seeing something 3D to something looking flat is a different thing to try to do that one. uh, so I can we just talk a little about your style of painting right now, and then just your process. Your style right now is very international. So when I look at yours, I might be wrong, but correct me. Your paintings are a lot more impressionist style, very strong drawing, impressionist style, and then also because you travel, there are a lot of subjects now in Spain. You get to see a lot of those kind of things. When I look at a lot of Indian artists and other things, there is a different style in Maharashtra or in North and other things. There's a lot more colors, fresh colors, but there's like international paintings and other things. There's a little more muted colors. Uh, has your style evolved over a period of time, or have you always been painting in the same style at the moment?
Definitely, because when I started traveling, then only I came to know that, okay, uh, these kind of color, when I saw them physically doing painting in front of me, how they are doing these kind, how they are mixing with one color with another color. But we have directly this color, why directly we don't have to take color from the palette and apply in our painting?
Yeah,
I learned a lot. I learned that uh, because I was also doing more very rich, bright colors, what we have in our palette, like lemon yellows.
that's correct.
In India, I don't want to take the name of those artists. They are they have a very big names.
Yeah,
So, but still, they are what I am looking in their painting. They are using raw colors,
that's
which
correct.
I don't like, because I'm traveling. Many artists from abroad, they are continuously they are saying to me that, okay, why Indians use these kind of raw colors,
Yeah,
why they don't use subtle colors. So and from the beginning only, I used to add a lot of ultramarines and all those colors in my painting. And Indian artists of that time, when I started my journey, they were not using ultramarines and all those kind of colors with the red browns and all that.
yeah,
So it was little natural. But when I started traveling, I learned a lot with
yeah,
by looking them, and by looking their paintings physically. Not because you can easily find out their paintings in Instagram and all the social sites in Google, and all those platforms. But when you see physically, then you realize that, okay, what the color I am using and what they are using, how to match them.
yeah,
So it was a very slow process, and time to time I am introducing more new colors in my palette and adding in my paintings,
yeah,
because I'm traveling. If I'm looking, okay, this color is looking very nice, okay, let me try experiment with
yeah,
this color, and if it's working, then why not to add this color in my painting? So
yeah,
I'm doing that. And maximum people, when they see my paintings, they believe that this artist is not from India, because almost all the Indian artists, they are using the similar kind of pattern,
absolutely.
it's just like a factory system, where all the product is same.
Yes.
You are talking about Maharashtra. You are absolutely right. All the Maharashtrians and all the West Bengal artists, they are doing the similar kind of thing. They don't want to come out from that thing. They are not looking that, okay, this is the similar kind of painting what our old artists they did, the same pattern. It's looking just like a factory,
Yep.
and same product is coming out. They don't want to change themselves. This is not right. Actually, they have to experiment with the colors. They have to understand that raw colors are not good, right? So some of their colors are like bleeding.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Now, when you look at it, you are very right. You can very quickly say that it's an Indian artist. What I like
yeah,
about yours is, yeah,
and in the sky they are using crimson color.
yes,
How can you add crimson color? This is really
yeah,
not good. So it means that they don't have that sense, you know so you have to see lot of things, lot of good things.
yeah,
I told you before also, if we see a good things, then only we can paint good. So they need to see, they need to watch good artist paintings. They are not aware of that. In my all the session I'm talking about
yeah,
are real masters, like Ross Patterson. See his work. See the works of other artists, David Taylor,
yeah,
David Curtis. So good.
yeah.
You are in UK and you can easily find out, you can meet David Curtis.
That's right.
He's a fantastic painter. See his colors, what he's using. He's using subtle colors. He's
Absolutely.
not using, directly taking from the palette and using in his painting. He's trying to mix one color with another color to break the vibrancy.
Yeah,
So I am also using same similar kind of theories, like making my color subtle.
yeah,
Then I'm using that.
yeah.
So but Indian artists, they are not doing. I'm saying that 80-90% are using
Yeah, I
uh,
understand. Yeah, because I think I feel it's like that is also one of the reasons why you are doing well is because you cater to an international audience than just Indian audience, right? I haven't seen anybody who does more classes, travels more than you, and especially I like your turquoise waters. That's a strong boat, but that is your style. When I look at your painting, I don't know whether you realize that you have a style. Like Alvaro has a style, Joseph Zukovic has a style. You have a style, so your drawings are very strong.
Yeah, I want to say in this, you are using this term style because you are, as an audience, you are looking our painting or his painting,
Yeah.
but there is no as such term style in my dictionary,
Okay.
because nobody start with that kind of formula. Okay, I will make this kind of style.
Hmm.
So his experience and his choice of colors and subject,
Yeah.
people recognize and people say that, okay, this is his style, this is
Mm.
that artist style. He's not saying that, okay, this is my style.
Okay.
So his liking of that particular color, like if we talk, there are many artists like this. If we talk about, you are taking a name of Alvaro is more playing with the contrast.
Yeah.
He has an extraordinary, sense of composition. If you see his contrast and balancing of the composition by adding the figures, by adding figures on the right place,
Yeah.
there is a
Composition is
rhythm
very
in this painting. He's extraordinary talented. No one can touch him. He has an extra sense, what I have not seen in any other painters now these
a lot of
days.
people try to copy him, but it's difficult for them
Come
to
on,
copy him.
thousands of artists, they are trying Alvaro, but they can't become like Alvaro. No one can become like Alvaro.
Yeah.
He is exceptional, exceptional. If we talk about Joseph Zbukvich, he's too good.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a very good sense of composition. It's all about the composition.
Yeah.
If your composition is not good, then I think we all have to work on this term composition. We have to understand this term,
Yeah.
how to balance our painting with the elements, with the figures, with the light and shadow, with the contrast. All those things are very important, and we are not understanding these golden rules.
Yeah.
We are doing what we want to do. That is not right. There should be some rules. We have to follow
Yeah.
those rules in our painting,
Yeah.
which is very important.
So the question I wanted to do is like, do you in your mind, do you think about a style, or this is what how you're constantly evolving? Because I now, as a audience, I can see your painting. I know without really seeing who it is, I can make out from the thumbnails that is your style. So my question was that a conscious choice, or is it slowly evolved over a period of time?
No, it's a slowly evolving thing. Like,
Yeah.
if I talk about, I told you that I'm traveling and I'm looking the new colors in
Yeah.
others palette. So I just try to experiment with those colors, and if it's not working, then I'm not using
Yeah.
that. And if it's going good, then I'm taking those kind of things in my palette. So, and I'm not using, if you were saying that I'm using turquoise colors and all those cobalt greens and all. There are a lot of other things in our field, like advertising agencies or publication houses, production houses, news channels, TV channels. Everyone needs graphic artists and illustrators and visualizers. So for me, I always say that there is no as such kind of job in our painting field.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing a painting, no one will say you that, okay, come to my studio, paint for me, and I will paint, give you 50,000 bucks or something like that.
Yeah.
There's no as such kind of job. So with our painting, we can do more commission works, or we can exhibit, but it's not necessary you can sell your things in the exhibitions and all. I have not seen that much
Yeah.
successful artists, they are selling their works in the exhibition. So what we have to do is, uh, first of all, we have to uh, paint good.
Yeah.
The important thing is, you have to know that, is your painting looking good or bad? Because whatever all the artists are painting, they are thinking that it's very good. That's why they are putting in the social media, and without realizing that this is giving very bad impression of them.
Yeah.
Because that looks, sometimes they paint very nice, and they put there, people think that, okay, this is a by chance artist. One day he's very good, but 10 paintings are not that much attractive. So we have to be very careful about that. Yes, we have a very strong tool now, social media. There are many many artists, they are selling their paintings through this platform, but they have to be very much careful about this, what I'm saying. Like, they have to put very good stuff, not whatever they are painting. Maybe after a week one painting, but whatever you are posting, you have to be very careful, right?
Very selective about what you're posting.
Yeah. Secondly, they can do more commission works,
Yeah.
and you can easily get small or big commission work according to your capacity, your name or fame. You can get good things. And I told you, there are many places they can work there.
Yeah.
If they are from any art college, after that college, you can go to any ad agency or something like that, earn good from there. Because as a painter, I know that, because as a brand ambassador, I am getting many free things. But if not that, then it's very expensive. The
Yes.
brushes are very expensive, colors are really very expensive. See, the Daniel Smith, Mijello, and other products, they are, one tube is very expensive.
Yes.
So how can you manage that? By doing something else in the field of art. But you can earn, and you can do painting maybe every day. If you're not getting time that much, maybe in the weekends you
Yeah.
can do. But you can do wonders. And I've seen many artists, they are working, especially in Europe and other countries. There are many many artists, those are really good, but they are working somewhere, and they are just painting in the weekends, or whenever they are getting time, they are trying to paint. But they are working as a graphic artist, or if not, then they are working in some other places.
Yeah. So because it's like, there are artists I know, they work as a part time, so they try to compensate some money from working something else. Like, there is a art shop in Cambridge called Tyndall's. All the artists who work in that shop are all the people who work there are artists. So they do that as a full time. Also, because working in the art store, they get some discount, and then they can do things
True.
like that. Amit, what's your thoughts on all the AI right now, with a whole lot of image generation? There's every day there's like new software or new version of AI coming in, where you can put in the words or type in some words, and then it can create watercolor. How what do you see the AI in right now and then also in coming years?
Yes, it's moving very fast. No doubt about that. Whatever you are thinking, you can develop through AI now these days, and it will be more worse in terms of if we talk about the artist.
Hmm.
Definitely it will affect in advertising agency or something like that, but not it will not affect us because original is original. Whatever you are thinking,
Yeah.
AI can't think that. He can AI can make a similar kind of pattern of your style,
Hmm.
but it cannot make original kind of painting, which is always be a digital painting, not original hand painted kind of thing. So this is the best thing, that if our hand is working, then it's good. We can paint original, and people love to buy originals,
Yeah.
right? They don't want to buy reproductions. Yes, now these days I've seen that many artists, they are selling their paintings, their reproductions, not original paintings.
Yeah.
They are not selling originals, and they are selling only reproduction, which is good for them. But I believe that originals are originals, and AI cannot replace this thing from us, and but it will affect on advertising and other media kind of things, and I can easily see now that it's changing things.
So you're not
It's
worried in
more
terms
about
of actual original painting itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
AI cannot develop the original things.
Yeah.
You can ask AI to create, add something in that, your kind of elements,
Hmm.
but it cannot generate the original things. And yes, you can. But for me, if you are not been to that particular place and you are trying to paint with the pictures, it will never work, and it can reflect in your painting. So
Yeah.
try to this is my message to Indian artists also, because I am traveling, that's why I am painting those scenes
Yeah.
from abroad. So but they are not traveling, they are looking our where whatever we are posting,
Yeah.
they are trying to just take the names in the Google, and they are finding those places, and they are trying to copy that, which is actually not good, because that is not your picture and you can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think, as I said, it's like, people are trying to follow wherever there's likes and more things
I
are.
don't believe in that. I don't
Yeah.
believe in that.
Uh, Amit, I know I'm appreciative of your time. We will try to wrap up in another few minutes. In terms of pricing, how do you think about pricing? So, for somebody who's new, how should they price their paintings? But let's say there are somebody who's 5 years into the painting. How do you? Is it based on hours, or how do you start thinking about for a beginner to price your painting?
It depends on their work,
Okay.
first of all.
Okay.
Secondly, they don't have to see the senior painters, because everyone has its own credibility in the
Yep.
industry. So they don't need to see that, okay, Amit Kapoor is selling in 2000 US dollars or euros. So now my price
Yeah. It's not
is
the same.
this
Yeah.
one, this one. But I am looking that people are doing this.
Yeah.
Youngsters, if they are sending their paintings for the exhibitions, they are putting very high prices.
Yeah.
So no one will gonna take their paintings. So why people will take amateur artist painting in $2000?
Yeah.
So they have to be very careful about putting price like 200, start with 100, then maybe after 1 year, when you see that okay, your output is looking much better what you painted 1 year back,
Yeah.
then you can put 2000, 200 or 300. It's like step by step,
Do you
not.
see a lot of people overpricing the paintings these days?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Every time I'm looking, almost everyone,
Yeah.
especially the youngsters,
Yeah.
they are not looking that okay, because they are looking that you said that the likes,
Yeah.
they are getting very high, that much likes. Where if they are asking you, okay, so sir, please tell me about my painting.
Yeah.
If I am commenting on their painting, okay, I think this is not going right,
Yeah.
sir, but I am getting a lot of likes in this.
Yeah.
They are saying, they are reverting me that, but I am getting a lot of likes in this. So
Yeah.
now
Engagement
there
is
is no
different.
answer.
Pricing and then actually getting paid in money is two different things.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
I think if you keep a reasonable price, then people will buy
yeah,
definitely your painting.
yeah. Also, it's the experience, right? So you're going to the exhibitions to get
Exactly. Exactly. I
recognized
used to
first,
sell
and
in a
then
very low prices,
yeah,
very, very low prices when I was very young and when I started my journey.
yeah,
So it came, let me tell you, 500 rupees, Indian rupees.
yeah,
I started from there.
yeah.
And now I it's no limit, it
Yeah,
depends
there is
on
no
my
patience for
painting,
people.
my
People want
item.
to get rich very quickly. They don't want to put the time, and they want to get rich. Right.
I told you there is no shortcut.
Yeah, yeah. There's no shortcut. Absolutely. Amit, we'll just ask some questions about the tools. What I know you colors you use Magello colors. What
Yeah.
paper do you use at the moment?
Uh, Earlier, I was using Archie's and Saunders,
Yeah,
and then I became a brand ambassador of Lana Acrylic, which
okay.
is a French paper.
Yeah,
But right now, I'm no more ambassador of Lana.
yeah.
But still, I have a stock and I'm using Lana. But recent days, I started working on Bohong
Oh, the
uh,
Chinese, yeah,
paper. I just went there and I brought a lot of bond paper,
yeah,
and it's really working good.
yeah,
In fact, better than Lana. And no doubt, Archie's is getting down now. Now these days, I didn't find good things.
yeah,
Saunders is better than that,
yeah,
and I think Bohong is number one for me.
yeah.
It's working very good.
And also, Bohong, they are doing really excellent marketing these days. There are a lot of artists. They are promoting Bohong papers and other things.
Exactly,
Saunders is
exactly.
very
But
popular in Europe, is because in UK Saunders you get better pricing than anything else for
yeah,
Saunders here.
true, 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 true.
In terms of brushes, I know you have a signature set with the Skoda. Is that your main set of brush, or do you use other brushes as well?
No, other brushes also I'm using. Frankly speaking, to be honest, that uh, recently I am looking that everyone has started using Chinese brushes,
Yeah,
and I am also working with Chinese brushes
yeah,
sometimes, and it's working very good.
yeah,
So, but still, I believe that Skoda is one of the finest brushes,
yeah,
and um, they are really good,
yeah,
especially their mob brushes and Parla. Their that series
yeah,
is really good for making the figures or small objects and all
yeah.
that. And I'm still using 18 number, my signature brush, or
Yeah.
16 number round brush, mob brush, and it's working really very nice.
No, no, mop,
But
especially the
yes,
Escoda brush and other things, they will, even though it's expensive, I know for Indian probably it's expensive, but even for here, if it's expensive, they last. I have some Escoda brushes, they're like over 5 years and that's still, they
yes,
are
it's still
excellent.
there, and but if you see the Chinese brush, maybe after 50
Yeah,
paintings or 30 paintings, you can see that their hairs are coming out.
yeah, yeah,
So I think we can trust more Escoda.
yeah,
uh, I don't think that they are that much expensive. If we talk about the other brands, they also have a similar kind of range.
yeah.
So I think they are not that much expensive. It's they have all the other brands are also having a similar kind of prices if
Yeah,
we talk about.
it is. I mean, over here they are like the Rembrandt, the Pro Arte, Escoda. All those things are very similar in
Yeah.
at least
So
in
why
UK
why
market.
not why not to take Skoda, because they are working much better than other brands.
Yeah,
So I'm not criticizing any other
yeah,
brands, but because I am using Skoda, that's why I believe that the output is coming very nice
yeah,
for me, and I'm using that, and it's working very nice.
yeah. In terms of colors, is there any particular one or two colors you love or you constantly go to?
Yes, uh, I think everyone, every part of the world, if we talk about all the artists, they are not using only one brand.
Yeah,
Maybe for the taste, different taste,
yeah,
or they are different choice, they are using one or two different colors from different brands.
yeah.
I'm also using that.
Same.
I'm all the colors are my Mijello colors, and Mijello has introduced their beautiful granulated colors now,
Yeah,
and that range is, I think, uh, very very good, and it will create a revolution in the industry,
yeah,
now, because those granulated colors are amazing. They have all sort of range of those colors,
Yeah.
and I'm using that now, and it's working very nice. But if I talk about other brands, I'm using one Van Gogh color of
Yeah.
cerulean blue of Van Gogh color, because of different taste. I'm not using all that color just to making one or two figures in my,
Yeah.
you know,
Some bright spots in the painting instead of the
yes,
whole
yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes, just that. Otherwise, I'm using all the colors of visual
Visual.
color.
Now, especially I use some granulated colors. Again, like you, I use some Daniel Smith, some Van Gogh, some Sennelier, and other things. But I use rough paper. I like the texture, especially the granulated painting when you do on a rough paper. It comes alive. I kind of like playing around with those kind of things. Is there any other tools which you use regularly, which you can't live without?
No, I think for me in the art material things, uh, surface is the most important thing.
Yep.
If your surface is not good, then you will never get that kind of output what you are visualizing.
Yep.
So I think colors are secondary for me,
Yep.
brushes are secondary. The
Yep.
most important thing is the your surface, your paper.
Yep.
So I never paint on any kind of sheet which is very low price, or looking that okay, let me try this, and
Yep.
because this is low price, I don't want to compromise with that
Absolutely. Yep.
thing, because my buyers, my collectors, they are looking that, they always ask me that what kind of sheets, papers you are using, what kind of pigments you are using.
Yep.
So I never take this kind of risk, and I know that it's totally time waste by using that kind of papers, and you will never get that kind of output what you are thinking.
Yep.
So I'm
No.
always using now these days Bohong. Earlier I was using Lana and Archie's or Saunders. These four
Yeah.
paper for me
So you're
is
used to it, and then you stick with it. Would you say paper first, pigment
yes.
second, and brushes third, or what's your order?
I think yes.
Yeah.
Paper, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
and then maybe the pigments, what kind of pigments you are using.
Yeah.
It helps your painting to enhance. I mean, if you see the good brand pigments, that change a lot, game of your painting,
Yeah.
and you can see some kind of a granulations or extra edge in your painting. So second for me is colors, and third definitely brushes.
Yeah.
There is no magic in the brushes, it's in your hand.
Yeah.
So you can paint with any kind of brush, and for me is the third place
Yeah.
for the brush.
Absolutely. No. No. I do you want to talk about, or at least show if there is your about your book. I know you last year you launched a book. Is there a copy next to you? Can you just show the audience if the
If you give me just 2 minutes,
yeah,
then
yeah,
or
please,
one
yeah.
minute,
That's I think
let
yeah,
me
please,
bring
yeah.
my book, right?
Yeah. So, do you want to just talk about? I know I've been I ordered a copy. I'm just waiting for it. I wanted to get it before the interview, but it hasn't. So, do you want to just
Okay.
share with the audience what the
Yeah,
book is, and then what are you trying to cover in that
this
book?
is my book. Maybe it is reverse actually, because uh, I can't see the real. It's opposite here.
No,
Let
no,
me
it,
look.
it looks fine. Yeah.
Okay. So Mastering Watercolors, and it's really a very good book, because I put all my experience in this book, wherever I'm traveling, and all the fundamentals of golden rules and fundamentals of composition, and what kind of material I'm using. This is the content of the book, and you can easily see that
Yeah.
I'm more focusing on the fundamentals,
Yeah.
golden rules,
Yeah.
which is like perspective, light and shadow, that change a game in your painting.
Yeah.
I always believe that light and shadow is the most important part, in your painting, that gives more dramatic impact in your painting.
Yeah.
So I always believe that, and I always so it's there in this book, with all the step by steps also, and perspective, figures. I was talking about the line of action in the figures,
Yeah.
and it's there. See the figures, how I draw, like you can see, right? So it's everything is there in this, golden rules. No, sorry, rule of thirds, and all step by step also in this book. So it's a good book, and we are selling very good this book. More than 1,000 copies we sold
Yep.
in just 6 7 months. So it's now reprinted, another 1,000 copies, and it's going very nice.
No, it is. I highly recommend, and then I will make sure that I add some content pages and a couple of sections from your book I've seen from your website. I will make sure that I add in the description below. Is there anything else coming up, Amit, right now? If there's any workshop you want to talk about, or how do people find out
Yes,
where your next workshops are?
yes, lot of workshop. My 2020, my this year, and 2026 is also booked now.
Yep.
So just tomorrow I'm leaving for US.
Yep.
First in LA, I have a 1 day workshop there. Then in Santa Barbara
Yep.
on 5th, 6th, and 7th in California, Santa Barbara.
Yep.
So this is my fourth time I'm going there, and they always call me again and again
Yep.
for the workshop,
Santa
and it's
Barbara
a
is a
beautiful,
beautiful place.
oh, paradise for all the painters.
Yep.
So I love that place, and from there I'm going to Boston with the Newton Watercolor Society. They are organizing my 4 days workshop there,
Yep.
so I'm going there. If anybody wants to join right now, also they can join.
Yep.
So from there, I'm going to Vienna. I have a 1 day workshop there in Vienna, and after Vienna, I have a 6 7 days painting holidays workshop in Tuscany,
Yep.
Italy, a beautiful paradise place.
Yep.
So then afterwards, I will go back to my city, and again after a week, I'm leaving for Bulgaria.
Yep.
So it's not a workshop, but it's like a commission kind of
Yep. So
trip.
yeah.
Someone has is sponsoring my trip, and they want to paint me a live over there, plein air, and they will pay me for that.
So where's the
So
best place for people to find these workshops if they want to join, Amit?
they can see my Instagram. Even my website is not that much updated.
Okay, so
So
Instagram is your main point of contact for booking some classes.
Instagram. Even I'm not that much hyperactive in Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm putting everything in Instagram because I don't have that much time to
Yeah.
handle all those things. So I'm putting in Instagram each and every my updates,
Yeah.
and they can see all the things there. And if they want to join, they can join me. Yeah, my workshops next year is like, let me tell you little things about that. In Mexico, in US, 2 3 places, and in Mexico also I have my workshop. Then in Peru, Lima,
Oh,
I have
that's
my
new.
workshop. Yeah, in Argentina, Buenos Aires,
Yeah.
and in Europe, many places I have my workshop. In Spain,
Yeah.
in Portugal, in Bruges, and many places in Italy. I have my workshop again in Sicily in May. So it's like that. I mean, many workshops. So soon I will put there so that people can see, and if they want to join, they can join.
And Amit, you are making India proud and you're making watercolor proud. I am so happy to have you, and hopefully we'll meet face to face sometime when you're in
Oh,
UK or maybe
definitely,
sometime.
definitely. I'm looking forward to meet you maybe next year.
Yeah.
I will not say right now, but something is going on there, and
Yeah.
someone wants to organize my workshop in UK.
Oh, it'll be
So
fantastic.
we
Yeah.
will, and I love to paint Cornwall.
Yes.
So I'm
Cornwall is
telling them,
yeah.
yeah. So I'm telling my organizer to do something over there so that it will come from here,
Yeah.
not from here.
Yeah.
So maybe next year I will come over there in UK, and I will paint more.
I am looking forward, and again, I appreciate. Thank you for making the time.
So it was really nice talking with you, Sunil, and looking forward to meet you.
Thank you so much, and I will see you when I see you.